Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. Please like, share and subscribe. This is for entertainment purpose only. This is the case of Nicola Jane Bulley, who was reported missing on the 23rd of January. She was last seen at 9:15 near the River Tow Part in Garston Road, St. Michael's, Lancashire. There wasn't any CCTV footages working from the River Tow Part gate right up to the primary school, according to Senior Superintendent Rebecca Smith. This is the CCTV footage from Paul and his male friend to Grizzly True Crime, who's a YouTuber who has no position or no place to be working with Paul or anyone in this active case that is still under investigation. The inquest results has not come back yet. We all know, no matter whichever country we live in, that we are not supposed to tamper with an active case. My question here is this footage real or not? I still believe it's fake. The grass is so green. The grass is so green, the bushes are so green, it looks like an autumn day or a spring day. The more I look at it, I even understand that through Nicola Bulley's jacket, the clothes she has on, it could have been a rainy day. And look at Mr. Paul Ansell's clothes. You don't see anyone wearing beanie hats. You don't see anyone having gloves on here. Do you get my drift? You don't see any frost on the cars. And let's not forget, it was a freezing, cold, icy, snowy day on the 27th of January. I even got someone in my comment section, I've mentioned it before, who said that the grass is evergreen. If the grass is evergreen, the bushes are not evergreen too. What about the weather? How come you don't see it was supposed to be snowing that day? No snow, no signs of snow. Look at the green grass there. No frost on the cars. Nicola has on leggings. The day she was missing, she had on a black jeans. Wasn't that what was said? She had on a black jacket, a black, what was it called? Ghillie jacket, was it? Gillette jacket. Does it look like that one? So Paul Ansell allegedly cooked this CCTV up for us. He sent it to Grizzly True Crime, who seems to be accessory part of people is missing cases. On top of that, has the audacity to say that we YouTubers just like drama. No, we don't like drama. We want justice for Nicola Bulley and Grizzly. We YouTubers, especially people on my channel, we do not interfere in active cases. So be mindful. You're the one right now who looks like a fool, and I hope that you are called for an inquiry yourself. I hope they call you. We've been working hard to get justice for Nicola Bulley, and we're not going to let anyone stand in our way. We want the truth to come out. We don't want you to be working with criminals who are sending you CCTV footages. And the reason I say it's fake is if it was legit, it would have been on Sky News and BBC News. If it was legit, I promise you, there would have been frost on the car. It would have been icy weather. You would have seen it wouldn't have been so green and so light outside. Paul, when was this footage taken? And the original footage, the previous one, we don't even know if that is original. Even that one was sent by Emma to Channel 5 and to the news channels. So what is happening here? I'm starting to doubt that Nicola Bulley was even alive on the 27th. You also saw the Peter Baglin case, the missing Peter Baglin from Bootown, Great Manchester. You all saw that they put up his CCTV footage in the gas station that he was last seen in. How come we don't have any running active CCTV footages besides the one from Gisela K, Emma, and Paul? That raises big concerns and red flags. The weather doesn't look right, Paul. Did you forget that we all live in the UK? Something is not right about the CCTV footage, because if everything was right, they would have turned this CCTV footage to the police and to Sky News, Channel News. Paul, why didn't you give it to Dan, your friend Dan from Channel 5? Why didn't you give it to Mr. Rashid, who was interviewing Nicola's parents? Sky News. This footage is not the same CCTV footage we got earlier. Just remember this picture. It is a bit difficult to show you because I can't open up the picture more than that. If you look above Nicola Bulley's head on the right, you can see the green grass opposite the house, and you can see how dull green it is. You can see it's winter green. So there's more chances that this footage was the right footage. Look at the green above. I'll try and find... No, actually, there's no more pictures to prove it than with that one, but you can slightly see on top of a head, at the edge, you can see the green grass, and you can see the different color of the green grass compared to the one Gisela K submitted in force. And another thing I'd love to know is this woman that we see here, if it's Nicola, what is a bit strange to me is Nicola's hair is always light blonde, and she always colors her hair right up to the roots. This person over here, I've mentioned that before, clearly looks like they have black hair underneath a black head, and they put on a blonde wig on top. I could be completely wrong, but I do not think so. Look at all these pictures clearly, especially towards the left, the first two. You can clearly see the black doesn't make sense. Or it could be possibly Nicola. But there's something not right here. And the weather proves it a lot. I was wondering, what does Nicola have in the car? What is the white things? Is it packages, envelopes? I don't know. I try to zoom in and look at everything. Because if you're searching for justice or Nicola, then we have to do our homework to the max. I wonder where the red bag is. There were some people who told me that it wasn't a red purse, it's a harness. I don't believe so. You can see the belt of the bag. It looks to me like a bag. I could be wrong, but it looks like a purse. And I want to know where the keys of the car is, since Gisela K said it's in the pocket and she wouldn't know unless she was working with Paul. It's the truth. Nicola puts Willa in the boot and she goes off her day, I guess. But we never see her leaving. Another thing is that the other CCTV footage, how come we don't see Nicola and Paul talking? They look like they're not on talking terms. I wonder if there was a fight before Nicola left. I wonder if domestic V was happening in the house. Because let's be honest, Nicola could have been stressed and could have had anxiety, depression, and other symptoms if she was a victim of domestic violence. Let's be honest. And the reason I say that is because on the 10th of January, the welfare, the mental health team, or the medical health team, they all came to Nicola's house, the police, and they clearly mentioned that no arrest was made in this incident. So was there many more incidents? And has there been arrests previously in the other incidents? Because why would the police need to mention that? Guys, do you all remember this picture here? I always believed this was the picture that was Emma. Doesn't the picture I just show y'all look like this of Emma? I'll put it on my thumbnail so that you can take a proper picture, because I'm outside now, I'm not at home. So I'm just using my mobile device. Just have a proper look at it. I really still want to understand why Emma seems to be smiling in every interview, or mostly every interview. I've seen, I believe, now I have seen all of the interviews. Most of them sound alike, but the expression is always the same.
Told me Nicola's partner, family, and the whole community are desperate for news.
We've got a mummy missing and 2 little girls asking where their mummy is. And then we've got Paul being so strong for his little girls, but imagine the roller coaster he's going on. It's just heartbreaking. Every type of emotion you can imagine. She's beautiful inside and out. She'd do anything for anybody. What will hold her just to search to bring Nikki home for her 2 little girls. We plead if anybody knows anything, share with the police. 2 little girls want their mummy home. Please help. Now, just do anything for anybody.
What we're holding on to is news, and we have to hold on to hope because that's what's pushing us forward at the moment. And anyone who knows Nick just knows that a family are a world, her girls are absolutely everything. And if she could be at home with her girls and Paul, we just don't have any doubt that that's where she'd be.
Got 2 little girls wanting their mummies, and anybody's got any information, please just come forward. We don't know why she's missing, where she is, we just want her home.
Just this roller coaster of torture, despair. We've got to frustration now. The frustration is we are 2 weeks on. We've got the work of the police, the work of the community, the work of mountain rescue, all that's happening behind the scenes. There is that hope. We have no news. We don't know anything. So we are telling the truth to the children. We literally know nothing.
There's Emma with a brown dog or beige dog. So Emma was organizing all the searches with Heather Gibson. Paul wasn't searching, allegedly. I understand the parents are old and they're grieving. I wonder why Lulu wasn't searching. I would have been sitting on the bench till I found my sister. People are different, and I'm sure most of us would have been. Look at Emma smiling. I can't get over it. Look at the hair. Look at the hair color. That is the reason I keep on going on about the subject. We ain't blind. I ain't blind. I can see that somebody is trying to imitate. Somebody's being an imposter of Nicola Bulley. Look at the shoes, the clothes, the cap. Why was she hiding herself with the cap the whole time? Allegedly. She's laughing in the interview. She's crying in the interviews. Then she's giggling again. I do understand all kind of feelings can come and emotions run when accidents or shock or something terrible has happened, but nothing like this.
They want to know where their mummy is, and as anybody would, we've had so many offers of support and help, which is amazing, and we thank you.
Welcome back, and this is an important part actually. This is, you'll have seen this is the interview that Emma White took with the reporter out in Garson Road. This was early in the search. And she actually says that Nicola may not even be in St. Michael's anymore. What kind of a saying is that?
This is the key piece of road that we're looking for. So Nikki went into the gate to go on her walk, and there's no footage of that gate, so we're just trying to get dash cam footage. The police have all, this is the key piece of road that we're looking for. So Nikki went into the gate to go on her walk, and there's no footage of that gate, so we're just trying to get that for 2 weeks of just jogging in his memory that might have those key bits of information. You can see now the flurry of traffic going on, and this is the key piece of road that we're looking for. So Nikki went into the gate to go on her walk, and there's no footage of that gate, so we're just trying to get dash cam footage. The police have also done number recognition, so people have had letters that were here to hopefully with. The police have also done number recognition, so people have had letters that were here to hopefully with us being out in force today. The number plate recognition, we do get some information that we vitally need.
Yeah, the police said earlier this week that they have contacted 700 drivers of vehicles that crossed over this area that day on Friday the 27th of January. And your hope today is that perhaps just somebody wasn't aware that they could have some vital information.
Yeah, I mean, all the media would wonder how they haven't seen the story, but absolutely, so they might just come through the village every 2 weeks, so just anything, we just need something to go on.
Obviously, it's important that you can stay strong and be able to do these interviews to try and make sure that we don't forget what's happened here at St. Michael's on Wire. But how are you?
What's keeping us strong is obviously Nikki and Paul's children and my own children. We have to be resilient for them. Obviously, they're aware Mummy's missing. But if we all tumble and we're giving no hope to them, aren't we? We still have that hope that Nikki's out there because we have no news.
This is such a small community, small village school where Nikki and Paul's children attended. Yeah. They were dropped off that morning. You still have contact with them. How are they coping?
Yeah, when they get home from school, we're asking Daddy the same question, any news? And Daddy sadly has to say no. And Paul said he can just see them sort of deflate. But kids are resilient. They've got hope. They see Mummy's picture everywhere. They say everyone's out looking for the Mummy. And we just want to bring them that news that we found Mummy and Mummy's coming home tonight to put you to bed and give you those good night cuddles, which every Mummy should be doing.
And just behind us, you can see some of the members of the community with these posters, a very clear picture of Nicola Bulley's face the day she went missing, and that number asking people to call 101.
101, yeah, just for any information, and it is just driving that awareness that somebody might see her. She might not even be in St. Michael's anymore, but wherever she is, just bring her through home.
And how knowing that search is extended towards the sea, that they just haven't been able to find any trace of Nikki in the river here.
We have to cling on to that. That's good news. So we've had the police in there, we've had Peter and his amazing team that want to say thank you so much for giving their time and coming their way. So I think they're both singing from the same song sheet now, that she's not actually in from the bench to the weir. We categorically rule out Nikki is not in there, which we've got to hold on to good news. And then you've got the theories behind that are going into, if a victim does go in and drown, the hypothesis is that they said to stay where they're put. So we have to cling on to all these theories that I know, but we're still wanting that bit of evidence. And then I suppose that goes into a slight bit of frustration that the police have had to rescue, we've had Peter, we've had the community, we've had you guys, all pulling together, working as a team, but we still have no information. So that's where the frustration comes from. And when you work as hard as everyone needs to do, we need a reward, and that would be lucky.
Well,
let's summarize what Emma White said. She said that Nicola may not be in St. Michael's anymore. That's a huge red flag. How would she know that? And then number two, she's acting like a scientist. Or she's acting like the national search people like Peter Folding. She gave us a bit of explanation how when a body falls in the river, it remains down, doesn't come up. She said she didn't even say Peter and the team and the police. She said, we searched from the bench to the river, where was it? Yeah, that's what she said. We searched and we didn't find anything. So her conclusion was that Nicola may not be in St. Michael's anymore. I will be shocked if nobody's arrested on the 26th. But yeah, I'm actually getting prepared to be disappointed, then rather to start breaking down and crying when they say it was an accident. I'm getting prepared for that. I don't expect much from them, but I don't intend to give up spreading awareness and getting justice on Nicola Bulley. So Emma, it's better you come clean, because I'm invested in finding out what's the truth. I ain't like Curtis. I may not come to Lancashire, but this is a small world. A real small world. And the internet makes it even smaller. Please like, share, and subscribe.